Hi everyone, good Friday to you. Now, as happy as that sounds, I'm going to bring you down just a little bit when I draw your attention to another fact. It is Friday. It's the 1st of June. That's not that bad, but when you also think about it, the end of this month will be halfway through this year. Just couldn't let it go, could I? Nevertheless, it's Friday. It is June, and we're looking at an improved weather forecast that doesn't have as much rain in it as what we have seen. Tonight we will see a great deal of headlines to follow, of course, including several arrests, a follow-up on some here in McGoffin County, and a follow-up on a couple of other important reports. Our first confirmed case of hepatitis A in the viewing area, well, I should say in McGoffin and Johnson counties, that I can relate to you this evening. And I'm going to go to, just in a few moments, the awards ceremony from earlier this week, because a lot of folks are probably getting ready to head out to graduation at the McGoffin County High School. So we're going to go to that for our first report and take a look back at all the scholarships and awards that were received. Well, we're not going to see all of them because there were hundreds and thousands, but we're going to see certainly some highlights and talk to some of those folks as well. We'll get to that in just a second. First, however, and another bad sign of the Eastern Kentucky economy, they do say, however, the move that was made today was in an effort to make them whole within less than a year. But the Pikeville Medical Center's CEO, Donovan Blackburn, laid off 130 employees earlier today. Now, 30 of those have already either fired or have quit their positions. The other 100 officially laid off. They will get their medical benefits through the end of the month and 2 weeks severance. As for what we understand, this has been a few years in the making. He says that the hospital hired too many employees after building their clinic back in 2015, and since then, after a banner year the following year, have lost money 2 years consecutively. He says they had already eliminated or lost, depending on how you want to look at it, 400 of the 600 positions that they had. They are also keeping another 130, and they're doing so because they're planning another expansion. Actually, this summer they're going to work towards their near $30 million expansion to the Heart Institute. So they're hoping that with eliminating as many jobs as they have, laying off 130, and with that expansion, they'll be able to put themselves into the black after being in the red for the past couple of years. Nevertheless, it's 130 families that are affected. Right now, let's go to the McGoffin County High School, where tonight, of course, seniors are taking to the stage to receive their diplomas, or at least a piece of paper that may resemble one. That's how it works. Nevertheless, they were earlier this week coming across the stage to accept their awards, scholarships, to the tune of hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yes, I know senior trip is a big deal. Graduation is a big night, but when you're a parent, and I think for a lot of these students who have worked as hard as they have, awards night is perhaps the biggest night of the year. Graduation might be the most fun and sad portion of the year as well, the best I can remember for these students. More fun than sad. But this, in my opinion, and certainly that of their parents as well, their biggest night, and one for certain celebration, being rewarded for all of their scholastic efforts. Whether in health sciences, welding, in the classroom, regardless of what these young people were studying, they have achieved what it takes to continue their education and career. Representatives of Morehead State University, UK, U Pike, Big Sandy Community and Technical College, and of course local organizations as well, all giving out scholarships. The Community Foundation, Homemakers, Kiwanis, Farm Bureau, Unite, the Masonic Lodge, Woodmen of the World, the Memorial Scholarship in honor of Maddie Allen, that given out by the Sagersville Independent in honor of Justin Brown, all go towards helping these young people continue on their journey, and it all added up in grand fashion.
Off the top of my head, I believe that we might be somewhere around possibly $700,000 to $800,000 worth of scholarships issued over the next 4 years. I've already made mention to the counselors that I'd like a total before graduation night, so we'll probably announce that for sure then. But I think Morehead alone was over $500,000. So we've had a good night for sure. That's for sure.
A lot of accomplishments for the evening, a lot of highs for the evening, a lot of boys at the very top of the class. Dylan Arnett, Kyle Howard, Max McFarland, Thomas Patrick, Isaiah Stevens, Matthew Turner, all with their honors and advanced classes, GPAs of 4.78. That's as high as it goes. And for another high point of the night, listen to this. In addition to all the other scholarships, two valued at $20,000 each to two students, Jordan Chalmers Salyer and Logan Howard. Scholarships for 1 year for the program at the Haas East Kentucky Advanced Manufacturing Institute in Johnson County, the CNC training school that's been constructed, granting those two seniors two $20,000 scholarships. And this year it didn't get any higher grade-wise than these three young people. Salutatory in there. Kyle Howard, a 4.78 GPA, 28 on his ACT, and then co-valedictorians with 4.78 GPAs and 29 on their ACTs, Thomas Patrick and Dylan Arnott.
I'm very proud. This is something that, I've looked forward to ever since 8th grade graduation. And, I've looked at people going up across the stage, and, I've always thought that I could do that, and that if I worked hard on that, I studied, that I could get the recognition as well, and paid off.
Like Dylan said, lots of hard work, lots of time, because it doesn't just come to us. We put in the hard work and the time into this, and it's just an honor to be recognized as a valedictorian.
And while we hope that they all have a little fun and have a wonderful time along the way, we also wish them well for all the hard work that still lies ahead. But at this point, and certainly tonight before graduation, congratulate them on all the hard work and all that they have accomplished thus far.
Absolutely. A lot of hard work, the students, the staff, and then the parents too. We don't want to overlook them, that they've taken every step of the way too. So it's a good night for all, that's for sure.
Foothills Communications brings you the latest in fast fiber internet for home, business, or gaming. HD digital TV with DVR, pay-per-view, and all the favorite channels you're looking for, plus crystal clear communications. Customize your experience today and become a platinum customer simply by signing up for FiberNet phone and TV, and save at least $10 off your monthly bill. The world awaits at Foothills Communications and foothills.net.
A confirmed case of hepatitis A coming out of Johnson County, 4 others vaccinated as a precaution. This report coming from the Big Sandy Regional Jail. Pete Fitzpatrick, the jail's administrator, says that based upon information provided to the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center from the Paul B. Hall Medical Center, there's been one confirmed case of hepatitis A at the facility, saying that around 8 o'clock last Friday, an inmate who was showing signs and symptoms of jaundice was examined by the jail's nurse, who, after consultation with their physician, ordered the inmate's transport to the ER. That inmate was released to return back to the jail that same evening. And then on Tuesday of this week, the jail was notified by Paul B. Hall's infection control that the inmate had tested positive for hepatitis type A. And following protocol established by the jail's contract medical provider, Advanced Correctional Healthcare, which is based in Peoria, Illinois, the inmate was placed in a medical isolation or observation unit and has been treated. And in addition, 4 other inmates who had been in contact with that same inmate were taken to the Johnson County Health Department yesterday and were vaccinated as a preventative measure. Addressing their concerns from here in the end of the press release, Fitzpatrick says that the Big Sandy Jail, along with their contract medical provider, quote, will continue to monitor the jail population for further signs and symptoms of hepatitis and will update the public of any future developments by way of press release. We've got several arrests to get you caught up on and some updates as well. Right now, let's go ahead and go to tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau community calendar.
And it starts off with a bunch of birthdays. Birthday wishes going out tonight to Reed Marshall. These first couple are belated. They came in yesterday, and I was kind of in-house alone yesterday and didn't get the message. So, now belated birthday to Reed Marshall with a lot of love from your family and from your friends. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, Reed. Carolyn Arnott from your kids and from your grandkids and a long, long list of family and friends. I was asked yesterday to say happy birthday to you too. So belated wishes going out tonight to Carolyn Arnott. And lastly, I've got a birthday wish going out to, looks like David Keith Elsey. This is happy birthday wishes tonight to David Keith Elsey with a lot of love from your mom. Love and miss you lots. happy birthday on your special day. And the graphics will catch up in just a second, and there they are. Happy birthday to David Keith L.C. Going on, don't forget the Ramey Park Pool opens tomorrow. It's Mondays through Saturdays, noon till 5 for regular hours. Now, in the evenings, Monday through Saturday, 6 to 10, you can reserve it for parties, and all day Sunday, you can reserve for parties as well. I have not fixed that number all week long. Oh, my gosh. 349, obviously, 5102. This Sunday, Catching Fire Catfish. This is a catfish tournament at the D&M Pay Lake in honor or effort by the Middle Fork Fire Department. This is a fundraiser. It's this Sunday, 2 till 10, $25 to enter prizes, and you're guaranteed to have a whole lot of fun. A catfish tournament this Sunday at D&M. And starting next week, Monday through Thursday, it's Vacation Bible School at the Sagersville First Baptist Church. So gear up, get ready, and it's game on. Monday through Thursday, 8:45 till 8. They are running the vans every night, so kids, you can get a ride. For kids ages 4 and up, call 349-6276. And Camp Lewis, you need to register now, only $65, and you can go. The camps weeks are June the 11th for 13 through 18-year-olds, June the 18th for 10 to 12-year-olds, and June the 25th for 7 to 9-year-olds. Go to camplewis.com or call 859-516-2909 to find out more if you want to send your kid to camp, but you better do it in a hurry. And if you've got a calendar announcement, birthday, or anniversary you want to send me for the show, it doesn't cost anything. All you have to do is make sure I get it so I can tell everyone about it. Mail, email, Facebook, phone, fax, or drop it off here at our relatively new location. Hey, we're just 5 months in, right under the downtown red light in Sagersville. And going to funeral service announcements for this evening, a nightly service provided by our friends at the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Services for Everett Ray Wright of Sprague Drive in McGoffin County are going to be held Saturday. He's survived by sons Clinton Dale and Christopher Dean, and daughter Sherry Ann Wright, and his wife Essie Mae Howard Wright. Visitation is this evening, and tomorrow morning graveside services will begin at 2 o'clock tomorrow. And Sunday services will begin at 2 o'clock in honor of Alvin Ray Poe of East Maple Street, the son of Charles Poe and the late Drusilla Poe. He's survived by his mother, obviously, and sisters Teresa Poe and Connie Rudd. Visitation is tonight. It's all day tomorrow. Services start once again Sunday at 2, all from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Burial will follow at the Crace Cemetery at Cripple Creek. And one last listing tonight comes in loving memory from Mama Brenda in honor of Jennifer Lou Vanderpool.
I've got an update on an arrest case that I brought you earlier in the week, and that was also focused on in this week's edition of the Sagersville Independent. Before that, a couple of other updates on 2 cases that we're watching in regards to the body of Joseph Smithers that was found in McGoffin County days ago. While we've heard several reports, we have not been able to corroborate any of that, and there are no new developments to report as of this time. I spoke with McGoffin County Coroner Mark Jenkins yesterday afternoon, who confirmed that this is still an ongoing investigation. I asked him about the cause of death in relation to other reports out there saying that he had died from a gunshot wound. Jenkins could not confirm that, saying that they had not received any preliminary results from the autopsy and could not confirm that at this time. There are no suspects in the case, no warrants have been issued at this time, but he did stress that this incident is certainly under investigation and has a top priority, as well as that of Kentucky State Police Detective Kevin Newsom. Also, in the fatal motor vehicle accident that claimed the life of McGoffin County and Jessica Combs Owens days ago, Owens, of course, laid to rest, while the woman behind the wheel of that other vehicle that caused the fatal collision at last report was still listed in critical condition. There's not been any word on any charges filed. From what we understand, the situation right now is just a monitoring of her condition, but there have been no other revelations in that case as of right now, and we have no word of her condition improving at this time either. The next follow-up is that from 3 arrests out of McGoffin County that I first broke to you earlier in the week. It all started from a traffic stop that resulted in the arrest well, it resulted in initial arrest from the traffic stop. Additional charges officially as of this morning for receiving stolen property after a lockbox was found in the back of that vehicle containing personal effects and items of a deceased McGoffin County woman.
Tuesday morning of this week, McGoffin County Sheriff's Deputy Neil Adams says he was patrolling Oakley Road in McGoffin County when he met a vehicle coming in his direction at a high rate of speed. He turned on the vehicle. He believes the driver tried to elude him and then was pulled over by another sheriff's deputy who was also in the vicinity. Now, after questioning the individual who didn't have a driver's license, he was also found to be hiding a syringe underneath his lap. When he stepped out of the car, a container dropped to the ground out of his shorts. Inside it, after he tried to hide it, they found over 4 grams of methamphetamine. They found another small quantity of methamphetamine in the vehicle, a set of digital scales, and some other items. But it was after the arrest of Jonathan Owens of Sagersville and charges of those that pertaining to those things that I just mentioned and his 2 passengers that they were searching that vehicle. And in the trunk, they found, as I referred to earlier this week, a lockbox. And inside that were the personal effects of Beatrice B. Patrick, a McGoffin County woman killed in an out-of-state car crash several weeks ago. Her credit card, car keys, a picture of her husband, other personal effects. And upon taking that information, they then went to her residence. And upon gaining entry, found that it had been ransacked from one to the other to the point they don't even know what was taken. But they do believe some items were stolen, including those that they had in their possession in the back of that vehicle. So now, in addition to the initial charges of careless driving, no insurance, trafficking in meth, and possession of a controlled substance, Owens has officially today been charged by Sheriff's Deputy Jonathan Holbrook for receiving stolen property as it relates to those personal items that were taken from the home. Police so far have not been able to confirm that he was the one that stole them. That's still under investigation, but that he was definitely in possession of items that were taken from a home that had been burglarized and then vandalized. Also, in addition to Owens being charged with stolen property, the 2 passengers have been charged with receiving stolen property as well. Herbert Blevins and Jonna DeSanzo, who were initially charged with trafficking in a controlled substance and drug paraphernalia. DeSanzo charged with possession of a forged instrument because she had a phony $100 bill in her purse. They too are now facing the receiving stolen property charges as well because they were in the vehicle. The Sheriff's Department did stress that the investigation is ongoing. They're still trying to determine exactly who broke into the deceased woman's house and took the items that they had in their possession. A few other arrests coming out of jail records and arrest citations. The McGoffin County Sheriff's Department, Reggie Gosser, deputy, actually received a call of a burglary in progress at a McGoffin County residence on yesterday, and upon responding, it was reported to him through dispatch that the perpetrator just left in a black Pontiac. Another officer, city officer, Tracy Salyer, reportedly saw that vehicle, and they, between the 2 departments, were able to coordinate a traffic stop, in which, after investigation, Deputy Gosser ascertained through his investigation that Will Thomas Perkins, 28 of Sagersville, had forced his way into a McGoffin County residence where he struggled with a knife against one of those inside the residence, another man, a struggle that lasted for several minutes that actually resulted in the first knife being taken away from Perkins when he went to the kitchen and grabbed another and then came at the man again. He got the second knife away. The struggle went all the way out into the yard and continued. The victim did suffer some minor injuries, but initially refused medical treatment at the scene. Nevertheless, Will Thomas Perkins, has been charged with burglary in the first and assault in the 4th degree. The incident remains under investigation. And this arrest is the equivalent of asking to go to jail. 44-year-old Stephen Blair of Paintsville, either today or early yesterday, I'm not sure, I can't make out the date, nevertheless approached Johnson County Sheriff's Deputy Prim while the deputy was sitting in his patrol car at the Shell Mart in Paintsville. The deputy says Blair staggered up to the vehicle, shined a flashlight in his eyes, and was under the influence. Had slurred speech, he was shaky, unsteady. So Blair goes to jail. And in the process of cuffing Blair, the deputy says that Blair turned and tried to either blow, but more than likely spit in the deputy's face. He's charged with AI and menacing. He was also known to have hepatitis C, which put the officer, he says, in a significant danger. 44-year-old Stephen Blair of Paintsville, still in the Big Sandy jail. as was just a short time ago this man, John Daniels of Stambo, for theft by unlawful taking, shoplifting, possession of pot, and possession of drug paraphernalia. The Paintsville Police Department got a call from dispatch in reference to a man stealing tools from the Sears store and then leaving in a pickup truck. They found the pickup truck on Route 40. The officer made a traffic stop on the vehicle, and Daniels was inside the truck. He stated that he didn't steal the tools, but he also stated that he did have marijuana in the front door of the vehicle. After searching the bag, the officer found a plastic bowl containing a quantity of marijuana, a glass pipe, and some other items, and charged him with the shoplifting of about $69, close to $70 in tools, and the possession of marijuana. And while most of the viewing area are dodging a few light showers at this time, we've still got more in the forecast. You know what we've got coming back into the forecast? Drier, cooler air, lower humidity levels. We've got to get through a bit of an iffy weekend before we get to it, but it's not a bad weekend. Your Licking Valley RECC powered forecast and the National Weather Service calling for a low tonight of 65. We're going to hit low 50s by next week. There's going to be a little bit of a chill to knock off late in the night, early in the mornings, but let me get there slowly but surely. So 65, mostly cloudy tonight, a 50% chance of those showers. Some patchy fog after 3. We're going to hold on to cloudy skies. The sun makes a return tomorrow. A few clouds, but I think more sun than clouds. For your Saturday, a slight chance of some showers before 4, a 20% chance. So you know what that means? Pretty decent Saturday ahead, I do believe. Shower chances will be gone by tomorrow night. Glad to report. Temperatures, this cold front that's coming through, we'll see about 81 and 63 for your Saturday. 82 on your Sunday, but you'll notice nighttime lows start to creep down to about 58 degrees. We've got mostly sunny skies on your Sunday. Chance of showers and thunderstorms to the tune of, I think, at 50%, maybe mid-afternoon by Sunday night or so, maybe 30%. So not going to be a washout either day, but certainly into your Sunday, you're going to have to possibly dodge a few showers and a few storms. And after that, you might have to pull out a jacket, at least a light one. And there's the reason why. No complaints here, just a difference. I mean, cooler, drier, lower humidity levels. 76 Monday, mostly sunny, low 50s at night. Low 50s in the morning on Tuesday, and low 50s Tuesday night. Getting close to 80 by Tuesday, still mostly sunny, mostly clear. Could be a really nice couple of days. Wednesday, still holding on to right around 80, still holding on to the lower 50s. A chance of showers to the tune of 20% or so will make its way back into the forecast Tuesday, and kind of hover around a few days after that, but it's only 20%. And that's after a pretty decent weekend, better than half, I think, and 2 nice days at the start of next week. And that's going to do it. I know it's just been 4 days, but it's been a weekend that's been a long time coming. We hope you enjoy it. We hope the weather gives us a bit of a break, and we wish our graduating seniors tonight well and a safe and fun night at Project Graduation. And we wish to see you back here next Monday for more of Your News Today. Good night, and thank you so much for watching.